Expounding.
Expounding.
What does that
That's
even
right.
mean?
Yo, niggas know words. Nigga, expounding. Like, or maybe even expanding. How about that?
I'm like expounding.
Yeah. Maybe expanding.
Expanding.
Yo, is that the yo, type that in right now. I'm gonna keep this all in. So I'm either actually a smart dumb nigga or a dumb smart nigga. We're about to find out right now. And then as soon as you graduate high school and you enter the real world, you're like, it's just high school. It's actually worse. Because in a high school you have an excuse because you're a teenager.
You know, like if you ever work at an office job, you can't say certain things because HR is gonna come talk to you. You know what I mean? So it's like they keep that lid on the corporate world, but they're trying to like.
This is HR for the world now.
Well, for Canada at least.
I know, bro. Canada's so. We don't have freedom of speech up here.
No, we don't.
You are everything, and everything is you. You're always here.
Yeah, and you want to experience stuff.
But that's happening regardless. So why bring your direct like, because your fractal now has a potential to get off the wheel, but you're keeping your fractal.
The fractal can never leave the wheel.
You're keeping your. From our perspective,
the great wheel.
But no, the whole point is getting off the wheel.
Hey yo, it's Black Zeus, the podcast season 5. Welcome to the show where we talk about life, talk about the come up, and sometimes we fight. But in the end, it ain't a thing, cause we ain't trying to be right. We're just old new niggas with another podcast. This is season 5, episode 10. I got subliminals thrown at me from people who used to be friends, but I ain't even mad at them. I ain't gotta pretend, cause they dealing with mental illness and depression, nigga. Get your life right, nigga. Talking about me.
This is Black Zeus, the podcast season 5.
Talking about me, nigga. Look in the mirror and fix yourself. It's Black Zeus, the podcast, season 5, episode 10. Will I talk like this all episode? Who knows? I bet you some of y'all already tuned out because this is hella annoying. I'm sorry. That was fucking mad annoying. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of Black Zeus, the podcast. This is season 5, episode 10. I hope you have had a beautiful week. I hope this day is going good for you. You know, wherever you are listening to this, watching this, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Maybe you're at work. Maybe you're at home. Maybe you're in the car. Maybe. Wherever you are, I love you. How about that? Yeah, let's start on some fucking hokey shit. I love you, bro. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the show. And to the new people, welcome. You too can be beautiful people. All you have to do is hit the subscribe and come back next week. That's it. But we don't beg over here. We got talent and patience, so we'll figure it out in time. But to the almost 500 beautiful people that are already subscribed, thank you. Welcome. We love you. You are the beautiful people of this podcast. You know, yeah, we're not really begging over here, but we're trying to provide. You know what I mean? We're getting some really good comments, and I make the time to reply to the people that show love, but also sometimes to the people that are just hating, because that's I'm an internet troll too, nigga. You can't out troll a troll, bruh. But yeah, let's do what we normally do. Some promotions. I got shows in April. Follow me online. That's my promotions. I'm gonna be at the corner. I'm gonna be Comedy Lab. I'm gonna be at Yucks. I'm gonna be with different nights in Barrie, and I'll be doing chopped cheese once again with Jesse. Yeah, man. I'm just going with the flow, nigga. I know you're supposed to. This is my platform where I'm supposed to be like, and be here at this date at this time and buy these tickets. It's like, I'm not that type of nigga. Probably explains a lot why 13 years in the comedy game, nobody knows me, but still, it's all right. I'm doing okay. What else? What else did I want to talk about? What do I normally do? I do like promotions, and then I bring in Dante. I got a joint here. Will I smoke it? I don't know. It's a sativa, so it shouldn't be, you know, it should. I should be able to keep it going. Yeah, let's do what we normally do. Let's bring the guy in here, the number one producer in the game. He's so good. He's on this podcast with a comedian that's been doing it for 13 years that nobody knows. I always say, but he is better than that. You know what I'm saying? So am I. Just because I've been doing it for that long and nobody knows me. It's like being an artist. Holy shit! Being an artist in 2024, the holy fucking shit. You know. But yeah, let's do this. We're a little occult, so we got to summon a nigga. Let's get the best producer in the game right now. Where is he? He was just out at the stock exchange trying to get crypto onto the regular stock exchange, but he got kicked out. And then he went to Wall Street and went up to the bull. He tried to spray paint the bull on Wall Street. He got caught. He got arrested. He got out on bail. You know what I'm saying? He went to court. This all just happened in a week because he was just with us last week. This all happened within a week. He went to court and he actually countersued the state. Won $500 million in the countersuit. Put it all on Bitcoin. Unfortunately, Bitcoin was going down at the time, so he lost most of it. He took the remaining 50 mil. Remember, he started off with 500 mil, so you're like 50 mil. This nigga's. He took the 50 mil, went to the casino, fucking put it all on red. This nigga, he's black, and he put it all on red, bro. You're supposed to always bet on black, and he lost it all. So now he's back here. That explains why he's with me. You know what I mean? Because this nigga could be doing anything, but he's here for you right now to produce this show with me in the studio. Who's here? Dante's in the studio. Is this a meme?
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, bro. How are you telling me that you're the one that's been off Instagram and all this shit, and you brought to me like
this
5
was on
memes,
Reddit.
I don't know any of them.
This was on Reddit.
Oh my God, you're a fucking loser, bro. How you living, bro?
Blessed and highly favored. How about you?
I'm doing good, bro. I feel like I'm in another dimension, but in a good way. I'm not on DMT or anything like this. I'm not on
Sure about
psychedelics. Well, okay. This whole experience of life is psychedelics. You know what I mean? Throw up the third eye. But no, I haven't done psychedelics in a while. But I've very much been feeling. You know, you're in the group chat. You haven't been active. I guess you've been looking at memes.
It's not even a meme. It was a clip.
It was a clip.
It was a funny. Basically, this podcaster.
Yeah.
He has Tourette's, and one of his tics, he kept doing.
The cross?
Yeah, he kept doing the cross and then kissing the mic, and then they started laughing at him. But when they start to get nervous, their tics act up even more. So he starts like doing this for like 5 minutes straight, like, and they're dying of laughter.
That's wild, bro.
He's just like.
That's bullying at its finest. You know
No,
what
but
I'm
he
saying?
couldn't stop, and it was so funny.
That's bullying at its finest. Stop the bullying. I'm sure we'll actually talk about that in a bit when we start talking about the Canadian government's wilding again. They're trying to. But honestly, bro, I don't know. We'll get to it when we get to it. But I'm starting to feel like it's all just distraction. Like, it is all distraction. And yes, a lot of the distraction does turn into policy and whatever. But like, everybody's just being riled up in a million different ways right now. That's why I'm explaining, like, the energy that I'm in, I'm like fully aware and with all the shit that I'm with, you know. When I'm at my shows, I'm there, I'm present, I'm aware, I'm with the people there and all that shit. But yo, just something about my alone time recently, bro, has just been, I don't know, so much more profound. And not to be a bookworm about shit or a fucking word Nazi about shit, but it's like expounding.
Expounding.
What
does that even
That's right.
mean?
Yo, niggas know words. Nigga, expounding, like, or maybe even expanding. How about that?
I like expounding.
Yeah. Maybe expanding.
Expanding.
Yo, is that the yo, type that in right now. I'm gonna keep this all in. So I'm either actually a smart dumb nigga or a dumb smart nigga. We're about to find out right now. Expounding. Expound a systemic interpretation or explanation, usually written or of a specific topic.
Oh, so it's not getting bigger, but
No,
it's
no, no.
explaining.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Yeah! This nigga caught me in 4K. Yeah. Damn it, bro. I was right there. I wanted to say expanding, bro. Expounding works, but it doesn't. I'm a dumb smart nigga. But that's fine, bro. That's fine. I don't got all the answers. I just got the answers for me. And let me expound on them right now.
There you go.
You motherfucker. I mean, damn, bro. It's been seeping into the podcast. It's been seeping into the podcast a little more and more every week. I mean, before we even start recording the podcast, me and you go down a fucking metaphysical wormhole. We're just talking. We're just discussing life, religion, and all this shit. Like, but I feel like I've said this a lot on the podcast, but I've said this a lot in life generally, and this really feels like the phase of life that I'm in right now. Like, I'm done denying my own experiences, but I think I have to take that to another level now, where it's like, okay, I'm done denying the experiences that I've lived, meaning I'm willing to acknowledge the stuff that most people would be like, that's lies or supernatural or bullshit. That's fucking, like, you know, tales.
Yes.
I'm done just denying that shit, but like doing something with that now. You know what I mean? On top of all the learning that I've already been doing and processing of life and all that shit, like, bro, I've been having so many out of body experiences without drugs. Like, yes, okay, I smoke weed. Ooh, I'm not smoking as much weed as I ever did, and I'm not even like microdosing. I'm not like, I don't even remember the last time I put mushrooms in my body, other than maybe like nootropics. You know what I mean? Like non-psychedelic, non-psychoactive shit. But I'm having legit psychedelic experiences, and obviously, you know, you're in the group chat. Yeah. Whatever's happening in this fucking plane of existence that we call life, there's a lot of you know, craziness, quote unquote, happening right now that I'm just trying to process, while everybody's just trying to be negative or create debates or fucking argue or be like, I'm right and I'm wrong. Like, I'm staying out of comment sections. I'm just staying in this group chat. Yeah. I'm staying with my people. I'm staying in comedy, and then I'm staying to myself. You know, like, would you say you've been doing the same, or like,
yeah?
What's your life been like since I seen you last? It's only been a week, but
I did a show last week. I mean, we'll get later into that, but you know, every week you ask me if I did anything comedy related. I did something comedy related. I watched Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire.
Nerd. But yo, they dropping fucking all this shit.
I know.
Metaphysical science on y'all niggas, and you think you're just going to the movie theater to watch some.
Some people are, though.
Most people, I would say, are.
Yes.
Most people.
I'm the only one that goes with the Notebook.
Most people, I would say, are. I watched the movie Moonfall the other day, and like, this movie is garbage. Like, it's just generic IMAX like spectacle film. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But that's if you're looking at it on a surface level.
Yes.
But like, if you are looking at it on a metaphysical level, it's almost like a video Bible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just dropping knowledge on motherfuckers in the disguise of movie. This is a space thriller. This is a monkey and a fucking reptile thing. Which, if you shit, was it good?
I loved it. It was great. Yeah.
Okay, compared to, like, don't go deep on it, but like versus -1, Godzilla -1 that just came out.
Ooh.
Which is better to you?
Which is a better movie?
You saw -1 3 times, right?
There's your answer.
You're not gonna watch this one more? Again?
I'll watch it when, like, you know, when it's out somewhere else.
Yeah.
But -1 in terms of like movie wise, it's a better movie. But if you want that knowledge, you gotta go see Godzilla X Kong.
And what, that knowledge of the metaphysical shit is not in -1?
No.
Are you sure?
100%.
Or is it just like more buried because it's a foreign film?
Well, actually, it's less buried because it's pretty straightforward. It's Godzilla is a representation of nature reclaiming its power, right? Because Godzilla represents like nature, and like when they drop the nukes, they're like, oh well, this is nature's response to the nukes. It creates Godzilla, and Godzilla like, yeah, he just fucks everything up. But this new one, whew,
all right, maybe I'll check it out.
yeah,
Maybe I'll check it out.
he suplexes. No spoilers.
All right. You had a proper week still?
Yeah,
All
I had a good week.
Bless.
Started watching finished Three Body Problem as well.
That I gotta get into. If we're talking about metaphysical shit,
Yeah,
now the whole group chat's going wild about fucking.
I know.
I'm gonna watch this after we record.
but he
today.
didn't
I'm
even
gonna
watch the
start
whole season. You gotta watch the
it.
whole
Yeah, but
season.
he's working through it, bro.
I know, but he's talking like he's all the whole season.
Talking like I watched Tokyo Vice. That is one episode of, like, it's the next episode is a season finale. I don't know if it's a season finale or series finale, but damn, bro. Shout outs to the Japanese shows. Bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, I don't know. I don't want to start comparing apples and oranges because Tokyo Vice and Shogun, two different shows. Just set in Japan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But damn, bro, Tokyo Vice just gives me everything I need right now, and I don't have much to just turn my brain off and enjoy. Even though it's not really like that, like it's really involved, but like I'm not watching it and picking up like metaphysical shit, and all that shit. It's like one of the few things I'm enjoying right now that's just like really good.
Yes.
It's an HBO show, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So like the production value's up there. But yeah, Tokyo Vice, salutes to that, and Curb Your Enthusiasm is series finale.
Oh, when is it?
I think the week that this podcast airs
Okay.
is the series finale. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to watch that.
Yeah.
And salutes to the new follower. Can you pull up the page real quick? I should have done this. We'll big ups the new follower. Just hit the bell at the top right. And Rod Kohler? Who's that? How would you spell it?
I can't. It's too small.
Oh, that's hilarious. Koehler. Yeah.
Kohler.
Rod Kohler. I'm just saluting Rod Kohler.
Yeah.
For leaving a comment on the Curb Your Enthusiasm clip that we put up the other day, and actually getting into it with us about why he likes the show. Once again, bro, this is what I love about this. You know what I mean? Because there are actually genuine people out there that fucks with us. And you know, it's not just this I love, because again, I grew up an internet troll. I grew up with the internet, bro. Like, this shit is not gonna get a jump on me, you know? But what I noticed, especially now that we're putting real effort into the channel, is that it's like, it might not even be 7-3. It might be like 8-2, negative to positive comments and shit. More people have time and energy to put into negativity.
More negative people have time.
Correct.
So, yeah.
More negative people have time because realistically, positive people are all focusing on the right things. Which maybe we'll get into in a second, but yeah, salutes to you. I hope you're enjoying Curb, and I hope you enjoy the season finale and the series finale, all that good shiitake. Let's get into a regular segment we do every week. You know what this podcast is. It is my side bitch. It's the side companion to my comedy career, where I bring you along and we discuss, like, honestly, the come-ups, the trials, the triumphs, the tribulations, everything it takes, or what I've been dealing with in the come-up as a comedian in this day and age. What, I'm 13 years in. You know, I haven't seen it all, but I think I've seen a version of everything that I'm going to see. Does that make sense? There's only so much bullshit you'll experience in the world, like backstabbing energy, fucking negative, like shit talking, whatever, like all that type of shit.
Yes.
Opportunities, gatekeeping, all that stuff. I feel like I've experienced not all of it. Or maybe not to the most extreme levels, because I'm still at a low level in the showbiz game. You know what I mean? But I feel like I've experienced all the things that I will experience, just not to the highest levels that I will experience.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like even right now, I'm not gonna get too heavy into this because I don't want to even really give energy to niggas like this. But I was thinking about this, and honestly, this is what this platform is, bro. Is for me to honestly depict the things that I'm going through, or have gone through, or are experiencing in this game, being an artist and being a comedian in the come up. So that maybe if somebody else watching me, you know what I mean, maybe has a little more confidence as they come up, so they don't have to deal with some bullshit. Because like I never mention names. I never mention any of that shit because it's never about that. But I've gotten a little heavy, obviously, on this podcast and my platforms in general about speaking out against speaking against what I feel is this whole online culture, fucking meme culture, all that shit. And I have waited for so long to actually start doing it. And I've explained this when Kev Saldo was on the podcast recently. I explained to him like the whole backstory of the comedy villain, origin story and all that stuff. It was like, I waited forever to really bring my true self into my online personality because I knew that people around me, directly around me, would feel a type of way. But one thing that I had to eventually get over was, why is my feeling of how others are going to perceive my intention affecting my, like, the way I move, bro?
Yeah.
If you're not going to bother to ask me, like, if you feel a type of way about anything that I post, that's kind of on you, because like I just mentioned, I don't mention names. I'm very clear that I fucking hate meme culture. So naturally, people that go down the rabbit hole of meme culture and make that their whole identity and on all that shit, not everybody, because most people get it. Like my boy Abbas Wahab, bro. Salutes and shout outs to my brother Abbas. Me and this guy still, our relationship is close as fuck. And this nigga is blowing up off memes. Not once has he taken anything I said personally. Like, I attack memes all day long, and that's what he does well. But that's his lane, nigga. Like, this is what's so weird to me, bro. Just because I'm against memes, I'm not against my people. If your lane is memes, I want you to succeed every fucking possible way you can. But if you're gonna start taking shit that I say about how I perceive life and my personal experiences, I can't let, like, I saw this quote and I'm butchering it, but it's like, you can't let other people's expectations or interpretations define your reality or experiences. So I'm going to start talking honestly about the experiences that I have. Naturally, some of the people that have treated me poor, like less than favorably, are going to pick up on that. And even though I'm not mentioning names, they're going to feel a type of way. And like, bro, again, like this shit this this brings out the internet trolling me. I swear I'm trying to be a better person, nigga, because like a younger version of me, like, is salivating at this shit. I'm like, oh, I got niggas riled up and they're weak. Like, they're mentally weak. This is where you're bat, like you just fucking hit them in the and they lose breath.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to see that there's certain people in my immediate comedy community that I'm living in their head rent free, bro, by just speaking my experiences. And again, I don't even want to get too specific because this isn't about you. You know what I mean? This isn't about you, the individual. This is about how I feel about my entrapment. They're trying to get me to be a meme nigga. So the only way I can see my way out of not being a meme nigga in the world of comedy today is to make my personality anti-meme comedian. Fuck this shit. That's whack. All right. And I think it's already starting to fade. People are asking and looking for more authentic experiences. The fucking point and case is the show that we'll be talking about during Comedy Recap that me and Jesse just produced. But it's like, I'm getting subliminals thrown at me from people in my community who used to be friends. Like, you heard the freestyle at the beginning of this episode, bro. It's like, nigga, why are you focused on me, you weirdos? You weirdos. Stop focusing on me. I want you to succeed. And I also want you to seek better help. I wish I had a sponsor, bro, that I could give you a promotional code right now. Because some of these niggas that are throwing subs at me, bro, I like used to come to me as friends for advice, to help make sense of like, man, it's just, I love talking to you because you just understand, bro. Nigga, I wish you love. I wish you love and I give you respect, and please just like work on your mental issues because I know you got them. If you got mental illness and depression, don't throw subs at me because this is your final warning, my niggas. Because like the God in me is awakened. Go fuck yourselves. Like, nah, nigga, I'm tapped in with my ancestors. I'm tapped in with Source. I'm tapped in with my higher self. And I'm tapped in with my actual purpose on this planet, nigga. You go and fight for that little fucking Hollywood bullshit, as Corey Holcomb likes to say all the time. You go and get your little Hollywood crumbs, nigga. You go and get your fucking memes and your likes and accolades in the most bullshit, fake vanity ways. I'm not on this planet to have that experience. So this is it. If you're an artist in any medium, if you're the fuck just artist, bro. If you're a person and you're experiencing this in your life, because guess what? You are. Like, my favorite thing is, Dante, I graduated high school, and I swear to God, bro, in my head when I graduated, I was like, fuck yeah, bro. Because once I get out of this shit, it's over. No more gossip. No more of this fucking in-circle bullshit. No more of this fake bullshit. Because even in high school, I was over that.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as you graduate high school and you enter the real world, you're like, fuck. It's just high school. It's actually worse. Because in high school, you have an excuse because you're a fucking teenager. After high school, once you hit your 20s and you no longer have the excuse of my parents or my upbringing or, oh my God, oh no, it's this and that. It's always something else. Look in the fucking mirror and fix your goddamn self. A lot of these niggas don't even know who they are. This goes to anybody, bro. Why focus on others? Fix yourself. Look in the mirror and fix yourself. You're not on this planet to fix anybody but you. You know? Like, damn, bro. Why? Anyways, comedy recap. We did comedy together. That's what I wanted to say. We did Chop Cheese Comedy. I'll start there.
Yeah.
Salutes to Jesse Singh, because we did our first edition of Chop Cheese Comedy. Salutes to Aaron and the Greenhouse Bodega on College Street in Toronto. The first edition of Chop Cheese Comedy was a success. Thank you to all the people that bought tickets and came out. Once again, the concept is we're doing a monthly themed comedy show where we're talking about real shit. Obviously, it's a comedy show, so the whole point is to take real shit and make comedy out of it. So the first theme that we ran with was religion. All the comics talked about religion on stage through their jokes. And then we also had the audience participate in certain ways. We had them give us suggestions on religious topics or themes or whatever. And then at the end, we all chopped it up together with the audience, with the comics. Dante over here did his 6th comedy set ever. Number 6, baby. So we'll get his thoughts on that in just a second. But if you are into that and you're in the Toronto area, make sure you're following myself and Jesse or Dante on social media. I'm AKA Black Zeus. Jesse is the Punjabi Timbit. Dante is Che Dante. Che Dante.
Yeah.
C-H, but it's on the screen. CHEZDANT.
Yeah.
PRSONPROD. Number 1, follow your boy. Was that it?
PERSON, the number 1. PROD. Follow your boy.
And yeah, man, I'm just so fucking thrilled at how that show went. Because I was kind of worried when you have a themed comedy show that has involvement like this, sometimes it can be difficult to get the relay that message across, not just to the comics, but to the audience.
Yeah.
But everybody immediately understood. It's like the concept of even calling it Chop Cheese Comedy and like everybody chopping it up together and creating a whole communal aspect to the show. Like that was so fire to me, bro. That was so fire to me, bro.
Yeah.
So we're definitely running it back. We don't have an exact date just yet, but actually maybe I will by the time this episode releases. So even though I'm not saying it right now, look in the comment, like look in the description below for the episode, and there might already be a link. If not, we're running it back at the Greenhouse Bodega in April, in Toronto. I think it might even be the 3rd Saturday of April. Okay, 3rd or 4th Saturday. It's one of the two. But yeah, so how did you feel about doing comedy for the 6th time? And before you start, like, let me just get all the questions out. How did you feel about doing it for the 6th time? And was it more difficult because I gave you a theme to run with, or did that make it easier? Or like, did you want to talk about maybe jokes you've already had that you wanted to try?
Well, having the theme made it easier to write because it helped me focus my attention on something.
Okay.
Right? If it's just like write jokes, I was like, there's a whole universe of stuff to write about. And that's a lot. You know what I mean?
That's a lot.
But if it's just one topic, and I even mentioned this, but like I had no pre-written jokes about religion.
Yeah.
So like everything that I did had to be new.
Oh no.
Is that dead?
I think my lighter's dead, bro.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Is there one up here?
Nope, it's not dead.
Oh. But yeah, so
Babylon Fidel. My lighter is not.
So all the jokes that I did were new because they all had to fit the topic. Before, all the jokes that I had were they're just jokes, you know?
Fair enough.
So that made it a little bit easier just in terms of like writing.
Yeah.
Because it was like a focus thing. Going up on stage was easier this time than it was like the last few times that I did it.
Okay.
Even though, because like this was like, I would say this was my first show in Toronto.
Yeah.
I've only done shows in like Hamilton beforehand, right? So
that was the first time you did comedy in Toronto?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like, you know, it was like a, you know, bigger crowd, all like new people, because all the shows that I've done in Hamilton,
yeah,
basically know everybody in Hamilton. You know what I mean? Or at least the ones that come out to shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was like just a whole new thing. And yeah, it was easier because I had been working with you, interviewing and working on the projects that we've been working on.
Yeah.
So
coming soon, by the way.
Coming very soon.
Very soon.
So I
More
felt like
maybe in next week.
I felt like I had a lot more tools in my tool bag, right? Whereas in the first couple of times, I didn't know anything. You know, I just like went up. I'm like, here's my jokes. Here they are. You know, but like now I actually had like, okay, take it, just chill. Like,
yeah, it's
okay. If you bomb, you're not gonna die. Like,
damn, I sparked the joint.
You know, so yeah, it was good. It was fun.
Did you go back to the jokes? Like, did you listen to your set?
Yeah, I watched it back.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
Was it cringy?
Nah,
It wasn't cringy.
I'm used to watching my stuff back. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of
so am I. I think I did it more when I first started too, obviously, but it was definitely cringy for years until it wasn't.
Yeah, but I've been doing other stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like I've been doing like, videos and all
is that
this
the same though? Like watching yourself, like editing a podcast that you're on versus like telling a set.
Yeah. I think a lot of
good
people...
for you though, bro. Why am I trying to fucking inflict?
No, you were.
No, you should be insecure. You son of a bitch.
No, like, I think a lot of people, they get that weirdness about it because they've never done it before, right? Like if you're a beginner comic, but you've never like had a YouTube channel where you have to go back and watch your weird self, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like the way my voice sounds and da-da-da-da, but like...
I had a lot of that though for when I started comedy. I already had done a podcast and all this stuff. I was editing my voice. I'd done some video editing. I went to school for animation and stuff.
Yeah.
Comedy just felt so different because I think in my mind I knew what good comedy sounded like, and I knew that wasn't that. But I also knew that I had that potential in me.
Yeah.
So there's like this fucking inner battle.
Yeah.
Saying, nigga, you suck. It's like, yeah, but I'm supposed to suck right now.
That's
like,
another thing, right? Because this was my 6th time. I'm not even expecting it to be like GOAT level stuff.
Well, let me explain all the reasons why it sucked.
Like I'm like, I went in with no expectations.
Absolutely.
I just went in with, this is the topic. These are the thoughts that I have on this topic. If they laugh, they laugh. If they don't, they don't. And they laughed at the majority of the jokes that I told.
That's a good piece of advice, honestly, because I'm not the type of comic that I don't think people should be giving advice. Because like what I find is that people tend to give the advice that worked for them.
Yes.
Which, okay, yeah, like for a frame of reference, maybe.
Yes.
But then frame it in a way, you know, that isn't so matter of fact. Like frame it in a way that this is what I experienced and worked for me type deal.
Yeah.
Which I also struggle with. Like I, especially not necessarily in terms of comedy, but in terms of like life advice and shit. I always have to remind myself not to be preachy about this shit, because just because I understand, I always got to remember there was a time where I didn't understand, and most of the time people are coming to me because they recognize that I do understand something, even though I don't understand everything. But they understand that I understand something that they're trying to understand.
Exactly.
And I gotta always check myself and be like, not, yo, this is what it is.
Yeah.
More so, this is what I've learned and how I was able to break free.
Yeah. You kind of want it to be like general, like not super specific, because if it's too specific, then that advice might not help them, right? Because it's too specific to that one particular
And I think
situation.
subconsciously people are just wired to not take that advice. When
Specific
they hear
advice?
that, when they hear that it come, like everybody can feel like how advice is given. You know what I mean? To be honest, bro, like what I'm trying to say is maybe here's an example. Like there's some OGs in the comedy game for me, that have been giving me advice for a while, but I've only clued in recently. Like a lot of that advice is either purposefully or not purposefully wrong. Kind of just leading me down fucking nowhere alleys. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because once you start to get to a certain, I don't know, bro.
Dodge the hijack.
Dodge the hijack, my nigga. Yo, this is why I'm trying to be as authentic and honest on this platform that we've created as I can be. Because there's just so much fuckery. And nice people get taken advantage of, bro. It's like, but it's okay to have a spine. If you're a nice person, just be in that. Don't let people change you from that. Just have a spine about your shit. Don't find a way to not get trampled over mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, whatever it may be, bro. Because niggas is out here, bro. And when they sense that you got some light, trust me, the ones that actually want to do you in the most are the ones that shake your hand. That's the fucked up part. That, like, as a black person, I've always resonated with this sentiment, but now I fully understand it on a wider scope. I would rather deal with racism openly.
100%.
I would rather have a white person be like, you nigger.
I like that.
I would rather deal with that because now I know how to deal with that person, bro.
Yeah.
Because now I know how, and Patrice said this, R.I.P. Patrice, bro. It's like, everybody agrees that racism exists, but nobody's a racist. When you ask white people, it's like, does racism exist? It's like, yep. Are you a racist? Nope. And if you ask every white person, they'll say the same thing. So then it's like, please, Mr. White Man, help me find where this mythical creature racism exists. Because everybody knows it exists, but nobody's racist. It's like, nah, bro. Like, a lot of the people that shake your hand actually want to do you in. They got the other hand with a knife, ready for you to turn your head so they could crank you in the fucking neck. And bruh, like, it's so funny, bro. It's so funny. Like, I have personal experiences, man. Like, in comedy myself. Like,
same.
People used to fuck with me, and then all of a sudden I started getting a little nice. But like when I was nice and naive, I still kind of got around with certain people, and it's mostly people of my generation that I came up with. Because like if people that are disconnected from that, they don't like. I have much better stance with like the newer crop of comics and the comics before me.
Okay.
But like the ones that are with me, bro, there's just such weird energy. Not with all of us. There's a lot of beautiful people that I've met that like are my brothers and sisters, not just in comedy, but in life. But ones that I started out with looking up to, once I started getting a little nice, all of a sudden, because the ceiling is very low in Canada, right? There's only so many opportunities. Like it really is sadly like that in Canada. Whereas in the States, it's a more wide open market. It's like, yes, there was the thing of there's only one black comic. But realistically, like underneath that one black comic that gets the spot, which is not how it is anymore. It's how it was. Not even when I was growing up. Not even when I started comedy. But it's like there was a lot more spots for black comedians to thrive. Whereas in Canada, it's like there's the black comic, and then there's really not. Like you're just out here table scraps for everybody else. You know what I mean? It's like they got the spot that they'll pedestal you on in Canada. And then everybody else is just fucking just throwing out chicken feed. So it's cutthroat, bro. Like and I was naive early on in the comedy game. Like I was 100% like taken advantage of. Less money and all this stuff is like you bring me along because you know I won't ask for as much because I don't know to ask for as much. But also I'm not deep enough into. So there's a balance there.
Yeah.
But once I started getting decent, it's like. I don't get bookings from any of these guys from my generation, bro. I'm finding work on my own, like through other means, through other producers, through my own productions, through all this shit. Like a little bit of my shit comes from the people that are actually with me in my community that I came up with. But for the most part, it's all nigga watching from afar, shaking hands, and just like stabby, bro. It's a lot of that weird energy. And that's why I'm like just trying to really put this emphasis and focus on getting the fuck out of here. Because while niggers are focused, while niggers, it's actually white boys. Like fuck, bro. It's niggas, it's white boys, it's everybody's, bro.
Yeah.
Like when you notice good energy, you leech off of it. And that's why I'm like I've been leeched, but I've also like I've been bullied and I've been a bully in my life. So that's why I have the perspective of both. I thrived as a bully, bro. And when I say I got bullied, it's like I didn't even really get bullied. Cause like I've always been the jokester around really negative people.
Okay.
So like really negative people have
You would bully the
always
bullies.
fucked with me. You know what I mean? But it's like when I say that I was bullied, it's like there were times where it's like, okay, someone was bigger than me, but it was so few compared to the times where I was younger and I was a bully, you know? But that also helped me to grow up and realize, like, yo, fuck all that shit, bro. Treat everybody with respect. And eventually everybody will just, like, life is a play and eventually everybody reveals their character.
Oh, 100%.
Everybody reveals their character. So just play your character to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
Know who you are fully. And once you start to, just watch how many niggas who are insecure, who have mental instability, who have depression, who have all these things going on, who have no sense of self, no sense of direction, who have no sense of pride, who have like, bro, they like, I'm
No honor.
fuck a honor, bro. Honor, bro. You have to know who you are to have some honor.
That's what I mean.
And if bro, it's like it all know thyself, you bitch ass niggas. And a lot of you are just out here being like there, and then going with group herd mentality. You know, it's like, oh, memes are popping, so let's all make memes now. It's like, but like fuck, nigga. Another show I did, Scarborough is a joke, bruh. Salutes to Janice at Scarborough is a joke. Scarborough is a joke. Salutes to the whole crew that she has working with her over there. What an amazing show. Shout outs to Scarborough, always defying the goddamn stereotypes that it has, because everybody just expects it to be hood niggas and fucking and gunplay. But Scarborough is a beautiful fucking suburb of Toronto where a bunch of amazing people are and always have been. And the show that these guys ran, Scarborough is a joke. These guys, I will absolutely work with them again. The show was sold out. It was in this brewery, but like the setup was fire, bro. The setup was fire. They had the DJ going. The vibes were nice. I'll probably put the recap at the beginning of this episode, so everybody will have seen it if you're watching the video version of the podcast. It's all the shit that I posted on my story feed, anyways, from the weekend. But I was with Jesse. Let me take a second right now to just really warn people that Jesse Singh and Black Zeus as a co-headline is a problem. It's an absolute problem. It's an absolute problem. I can't wait, because we're just getting started with the production side of this shit. Me and this fucking Indian nigga, bro, it's takeover season, bro. It's not even takeover season, it's take back. It's take back season, nigga. Me and Jesse went up back to back. And like the energy and all that stuff was good, and it's not to like the first two comics were newer, you know what I mean? So it's like the skill level just wasn't there. But just turning shit to 11 when I got on there, bro. And Jesse's telling me after the set, he's like, when you started getting in your fucking crowd work bag, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, fuck. Cause like, and now how am I gonna fucking top this? And it was just like, yo, I don't know, bro. We the gods, nigga. Jesse's in the group chat, bro. He knows what's up. He knows what time it is. He knows who and what he is, bro. He knows that we're tapped into some shit.
Yeah.
That this is maybe not even just a higher calling, but a higher self producing a work through a physical form. Like, y'all niggas don't understand, bro. So I don't even think that they planned that on purpose. They didn't know that me and Jesse have been producing and working together and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it just lined up
Yeah.
that the first show that I did after, maybe not the first show, like the second show I did after Chop Cheese Comedy with Jesse was this, where we're both going back to back. And And yeah, bro. And he went up there and just fucking murdered, bro. And yeah, I don't know, bro. We just got such good energy. And I appreciate that brother so much because he also values the art of, yes, comedy is about the funny 100%. But hey, maybe we don't just need to be up there talking about apples and shoes 24/7.
Yeah.
Just like dick and fart jokes 24/7. It's like, not that there's anything wrong with that on a Seinfeld tip. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Because again, comedy is comedy, bro. Who am I to fucking say that? Comedy is only real shit. But I think the way the world is running right now, people are thirsty for real shit. Yes, they're thirsty for laughter. They absolutely want dumb humor. But I think there's and I have found a way to do it for myself. Jesse has found a way to do it for himself. I'm surrounded by people finding ways to do it for themselves. I'm inspired like a motherfucker. And yeah, that's this week's comedy recap. Wherever you are, if you can't come and watch my live shows, wherever you are, go and support live comedy because I promise you that's where it's at. Go to a museum, go to a gallery, go to a live music show, go see some live art. Turn off your phone. Yeah, I sound like some woke nigga, but I promise you, right now is not the time to be on your phone 24/7. Because what do you want to be depressed for and just look at how the world is burning, or look at memes and not really take the time to be thinking about the shit that you should be thinking about, bro? It's go time, baby. It's go time. You're not on this earth, or maybe you are. Maybe you're on this earth to just wake up, go to work, make money for somebody else, not have a vision of your own. But even though you feel that burning inside, you know, maybe you should take that time. Listen to that. Maybe take some mushrooms. Listen to the hum. Follow the hum. That's some real deep shit right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that happens to me all the time.
All right.
You've seen it happen to me.
Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't even aware of it until recently, bro. Someone else made me aware. It's like, yo, next time you take mushrooms, listen to the hum. And I've heard the hum, but I never stopped and followed the fucking hum.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds weird to follow the hum, but when you're on mushrooms, it makes sense.
Yeah, when you don't know what it is, it's hard.
It doesn't make sense. But follow, like, bro, take a little bit of mushrooms. You'll be tuned in to a higher vibration, a higher frequency. When you hear that, just focus on it, and you'll go to another place. I promise you.
Yeah.
And in that place will be yourself waiting for you with your answers.
Yeah, but you won't know it's you will know it's yourself. But
you might not know it's yourself.
But you might not know
because you might see it as somebody else. You might even think it's the devil.
Well, it might be someone you don't recognize because you don't know yourself.
Know thyself, baby. That's this week's comedy recap. Is there any comedy news to talk about?
Aside
not really much.
Not really. Like,
I do want to get into this bill a little bit, just because it does affect comedy to some extent, and it's coming up in Canada and the Canadian comedy scene. Can you pull up that second tab?
That second tab.
Yeah, over here. Yes. Yeah. So Bill C-63 is a new bill that's being introduced into the House of Commons, which is Canadian legislation. That's like how America runs their politics. They go through the fucking what is it? The
House of Commons?
No, House of Representatives. No, it goes through the House, the Senate, and all that stuff. It gets passed up until it goes to the White House. Yes. It's essentially our steps until it goes to our White House, which is just, what is it, Capitol Hill? Like, what the fuck do we call it? The Capitol?
The Capitol.
The nation's capital. Canada's so whack, bro. I better watch what I say, though.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You can't even say it's whack.
So it's actually getting free. Like, it's freaky times. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because
you can't say flip chart anymore.
What does that mean? You just can't say flip chart?
Yeah, because flip is a derogatory term.
Towards charts?
No, flips.
What's a flip?
A Filipino.
That's crazy because, see, you had to explain that for me.
I know.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll let you run this down because you know a little bit more about this than I do. But just give like the brief explanation of what Bill C-63 is, and then what, because you pulled up some shit here that you want to highlight.
Yeah. So basically, this whole bill is they're putting it under the Online Harms Act, right? So they're
scary terminology.
Well, it's the Save the Babies thing.
It's just vague government hoopla speech.
Yeah, but you put it under Save the Babies because how can you deny? No, you can't save the babies. You fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
But basically, there's like a second part to it where they're basically saying anything that's considered hate crime you can be prosecuted, you can be jailed for life or up to like 25 years for something that they deem to be hate speech, which is crazy.
Sorry, I'm over here. I'm such a pothead, bro. I'm gonna have to put that in the preview for this episode. You're talking some real shit. This is why I had a hard time in school, bro. Yeah.
So anyways, hate speech.
Oh shit. So yeah, and Canada already has some weird precedent with multiple cases. I know of the one in Ottawa, but I was just informed of the one that happened in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Of comedians getting sued by audience members.
Yeah.
And then one of them not even having proof that they said anything inflammatory.
Yeah.
Even though they probably did, but still there was no proof, there was no footage, there was no audio recording, no nothing.
Yeah.
And somehow these people still won a cash settlement in court. So now the government's actually, you know our current prime minister, I don't even want to say his name anymore because that's giving him attention and energy. But man, this guy, our current prime minister who admires the CCP openly, bro. This isn't a conspiracy thing.
I like the way they do things.
This guy openly admires the CCP. Anyways, this guy's running our country, and when you see bills like this, being introduced, and you hear the specific wording, it does. How do you not correlate that to CCP? Mm-hmm. This is like straight out of the handbook. This is out of a communist handbook.
Yeah. I mean, they like what they're doing. You take what you're doing and implement it over here.
Because what is hatred?
Well, they define it as
define hatred for the purposes of the new offense, and that hate propaganda offenses. And does it actually give the definition?
Yeah. So further down, I think under part 2, they define like what hatred is. I would have to go back and find it. I found it last time, but we didn't end up using it. But yeah, they have their own definition, but it's still up to the person who's claiming. Yeah.
Can we find some of this? Let's look. Okay. Wait. Let me read. Okay. One also makes consequential amendments to other acts. Scroll up. Just go to the beginning of part 2, because that's what you were mentioning. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's.
So just click part 2. Just click part 2 and take it to the. Yeah. Okay. So amendments to the act. Paragraphs of the act replaced by the following: the terms, conditions of order. Da, 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 da. Okay, this is really involved. Every person who advocates or promotes genocide is guilty of an indictable offense and liable to imprisonment for life. Canada doesn't even have life. We have a 25-year sentence max. So what is, or I guess maybe it's that, yeah, because the life in prison in Canada is 25 years.
I guess. I don't know.
No, it is.
Okay.
So,
but they want to increase it to life, like 25 to life.
Click life, because life is underlined. So I'm sure you could click it.
Where?
Oh, you can't. It's underlined, but you can't click it. All right. An indictable offense and is liable to imprisonment for a term of not more than 5 years.
This is their definition of hatred, by the way.
Hatred means the emotion that involves detestation or vilification, and that is stronger than disdain or dislike. I feel like this is some shit out of Black's Law Dictionary. You know what I mean? I feel like we actually got to know legally what these terms mean. Not Webster's Dictionary what these terms mean. Like legal terms.
This is the legal definition.
No. This is I know, but this is the legal definition of hatred, but using other legal terms is what I'm saying. So like the way that human is defined in Webster's Dictionary as a person, whatever the fuck, like in legal terms, human is not
I see what you're saying.
it is in Webster's. That's what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
So this is what legal terms they're defining hatred as, but they're using other legal terms to define it. So I want to know, like it goes so deep. Like etymology, is that what that is?
Yes.
The root of each word.
Yes.
But bro, if you don't know, by the way, like life is mostly governed by not the Webster's Dictionary that you look up. It's the Black's Law. It's like a black. I don't know exactly. I haven't looked that far into it, but it's like if you want to become a lawyer, let's say, or a judge. These are the legal terms that they use in court. That when you go into court, this is why you need a fucking lawyer, because you don't know how to use all these terms. Because they created this jargon on purpose to fucking confuse you. It's called Black's Law. You can go look that shit up. And yeah, I like, what is this, bro? This is totalitarian bullshit.
Yeah.
This is straight up like Big Brother. Shut your mouth. You're saying some shit that goes against what we want.
Yeah, exactly.
We could put you in jail for life. Like,
And fined.
oh yeah, the fines of $20K and $50K.
Yeah.
20 and $50K. Like, oh man, coming into force. Click that.
Where is that?
10.
10?
Section coming to force on a day or days to be fixed and ordered by the government or council. I don't know. I also feel like this shit is all distraction too. Like, part of me can't help but,
Because this is not passed. This is just announced. Like they just like,
Yeah, I
hey,
know.
can we put this in?
I know, but why at this point in history is all this shit happening? I'm telling you, bro. I think like this is just to further scare people.
Yes.
Because this is fear tactic.
100%.
And if people are in fear right now, then they're fucked. Like, because the whole, bro, like if you can work on anything on yourself is lose your fear of death. And like if you find purpose in life, then you will lose fear of death. I promise you. Like this is fucked up. This just feels like more ways to corral people mentally and hurdle them into some fear energy or divisive energy or anti this or pro that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, you know, like if you ever work at an office job, you can't say certain things because HR is going to come talk to you. You know what I mean? So it's like they keep that lid on the corporate world, but they're trying to like
this
put
is HR for the world now.
well, for Canada at least.
I know, bro. Canada's so fucked. We don't have freedom of speech up here.
No, we don't.
Isn't that fucked? Like, you actually don't have freedom of speech up here. I don't know, man. I don't think America's any better, though.
But they have freedom of speech.
Just because they have it, are they any better?
They have it, which is better.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Like, they overtly state it.
It's the first thing they say. That's the first thing in the amendment. Everyone can say what they want, and I can shoot you.
And I could shoot you over what I say.
Yes. And you can shoot me, too, over what I say. But I can shoot back.
All right, fair enough.
That is technically better.
But yeah. Yo, even just understanding who wrote all that shit and for what reason, just coming into full understanding of that and knowing that, you know, certain free people were behind the writings, certain Moors. This is a comedy podcast. Anyways, this shit, like, I hope at least Canada is awake enough to not let this shit happen, you know?
Yeah, but we don't even get to vote on this, do we?
No, we don't.
Which is crazy.
But if we make enough noise, then that's when shit happens. But this is what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, why should we need to make noise about this?
There's so many distractions that everybody's now, you have to pick your distractions at this point because there's just too many. What are you going to focus on and try and fucking, that this is the stuff that they let, like, this is what slips through the gates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? While everybody's focused on a free this or anti that or whatever, which again isn't right or wrong. You know what I mean? It's just that we're distracted on purpose so that shit like this can happen in the background.
Yeah.
And even still, as much people are making noise about this, like, didn't C11 pass? I'm pretty sure C11 passed.
I don't know about that one.
That was the first fucking predecessor to all this bullshit when they started regulating the online shit. The news stuff. Yeah, it definitely passed because
The news,
yeah,
because we can't have the news unless it's Canadian
correct.
news.
It's unless it's Canadian news.
All Canadian news is American news, though.
Yeah, so, like, bruh. Anyways, that's this week's comedy recap and comedy news. Let's get into another regular segment we do here every week called Poll Results. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to the podcast, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back, beautiful people. You too can be beautiful people. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, hit the like button, do any one of those things that you know helps fight Mr. Algorithm. because that's who we're fighting. We're not gonna beg you to do this stuff. If you've enjoyed this stuff, just do it. This is the only time I'll mention it again. I love y'all. Y'all are the beautiful people of this shit. Once again, if you want to be a beautiful person, all you have to do is subscribe and all that stuff. Because right now you looking kind of ugly. But every Monday on my Instagram social media feed, I post an interactive poll question. I leave it up for 24 hours. We also post it on the community page on YouTube. We leave it up all week here, and people vote, and we discuss the results here, which we're going to do right now. This week's poll question was, do you want to live and leave behind for your family generations? Question mark. I could have worded it better, but like I only had so much space. Even you'll notice even with the flipping options. But again, this is the gist of it. Do you want to live and leave behind for your family generations? Essentially, do you want to live rich and leave something behind, or do you want to live poor? Like damn, even I'm getting lost now. This is crazy. Do you want to live and leave behind for your family generations? That's it. That's pretty self-explanatory. Do you want to leave anything behind? Or how would you want to leave shit behind? I'm getting lost in my own question. I'm just going to give the options here because it'll make more sense. These are the options.
Will
Jesus. Shut the fuck up. Shut up, bro. This is one of the more confusing ones. Shut up. Do you want to live and leave behind for your family generations? These are the options. Option 1, win lotto and live wealthy with nothing to pass on. Live well with some property and money to leave. Live rich, die young, and leave money for one generation. Or live poor and leave some rare items that fund generations. Like you have some heirlooms that end up becoming like fucking worth millions of dollars later on type deal. But you yourself were poor. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
I know it's kind of confusing.
How poor are we talking though? What's like poor?
Well, you live poverty level.
Yeah, but
So you're living.
is it world poverty
You're not on the
level
streets.
or is this Canadian poverty?
You're not on the streets.
Okay.
You
Check
have
to check.
food. You have check to check. You got debt.
Okay.
You're struggling, but you're living.
Yes.
So once again, let me try and make sense of it. Do you want to live and leave behind for your family generations? The options were win lotto and live wealthy with nothing to pass on. So what I'm thinking there is like the cash for life lottery. If you win cash for life, you get $1,000 every week for life up until like 52 years or whatever, but that doesn't transfer. So when you die, your family doesn't get that shit.
You can't save it and they get it?
You can save it,
Okay.
but you still got your life to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? $1,000 a week in this day and age is not much. That's like groceries every 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's one trip.
so that's what I was thinking behind the first option.
Okay.
Then the second option, live well with some property like a house and money to leave behind. So you have like a house and 50 to 100K to leave behind or whatever. And you live decently because you have the house.
Yes.
Which is what's happening a lot now. It's like a lot of people's, unfortunately, like people inherit houses and stuff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, like, the third option, live rich, die young, and leave money for one generation. So yeah, you leave enough money for one generation to live rich also. And you live rich. The last
But
option.
you die young.
But you die young.
How young?
I'll say like 40. 45.
40?
Yeah, 40, 45. That's not young
young
enough?
No, that's a good hefty life. You know, most people
All right,
are
I'll say
from
30
we don't
then.
make it past
I'll say
25.
30 then. I'll say 30 then.
Okay,
I'll say
that's
30.
young. 30's young.
I mean, 40 is young, bro.
It is, but
What the fuck's going on in your
but
brain?
you still live like 40. That's like middle aged.
This lighter's still gonna
This guy's gonna try and get.
Yo, work though.
Yeah, maybe give it a little shake.
No. I just want to finish this joint.
You're gonna need a backup.
I need a
lighter.
backup lighter on set now? What the fuck is this? That sucks because my other green lighter is also going and it's like the taller version of
Oh,
okay, so live rich, die young, and leave money for one generation. 30 is the age that we capped it at. Live poor and leave rare item that funds generations.
rare item, one item.
Or well, items. I could only fit so many letters in
know.
this stupid poll.
Yeah.
And most people did get it because I had a bunch of DMs once again. Like And one guy was actually mad because he messaged me. He's like, I didn't even get to vote properly because where you placed the poll, when I clicked the screen, it went to the fucking thing.
Went to the results.
And you know what's funny? He's like, oh, he looked at the results. He's like, oh, that's actually what I wanted to pick. I'm like,
That's so funny.
yeah, shout outs to Reese. So yeah, before we get to the results, how do you vote on this?
My whole thing is I'm trying to pass things on for the most generations possible, right?
Yeah.
So if I gotta live poor or at least be struggling, you know what I mean? I'd prefer that because, like, I want the line to continue, if that makes sense.
You do, eh?
Yeah.
Would you not say that's buying into humanity?
No.
You wouldn't.
No, because I think that as long as the line continues, right, we have more experiences that feeds back up into the thing.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that line of thinking.
Yeah.
But if the whole point is to get out, why would you then in turn bring a direct descendant into a process that they might not get out of?
Well, my rare item would be
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yo, some ambulance shit. Yo, these are great grandfathers.
this book has been passed down for generations.
This is great grandfather Dante's papers. Is this the drawing of a pyramid? It's a drawing of a pyramid and a mirror.
Legit, honestly, something like that. Like
A diamond pyramid, by the way.
yeah. But like I think something like that, like that's why I'm so fascinated by the pyramids. Like that's the one thing they left behind. Or the three things. But you get what I'm saying? Like they deliberately left that behind for generations. Like they built it so good that they said even time would fear this structure because time can't even destroy it. Because it's that good.
You always get a Super Saiyan, nigga. Because time can't even destroy it.
But you know what I mean? Like that's why I'm so fast because they left that one rare thing behind. I'm not saying I would want to leave a pyramid, but you know the pyramids, they were inscribed, they had knowledge in them. They, you know.
Once I heard this, it really not just blew my mind, it expanded my perspective in such a way. The idea that having children is just passing on hope that was just passed on to you. Like the concept of, so your parents had parents, right?
No,
And-
they didn't.
Well, shut the fuck up, nigga. Man, you can't just go along for the ride. You piece of shit. So, but your parents have hopes for you.
Yes.
That they put onto you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what they know, because their parents had hopes for them that they put onto them, that their parents had hopes for them, that you could just keep going down and down. It's like, oh, like my little boy or girl is going to grow up and be the one that changes the world. And then that little boy or girl grows up and the world hasn't changed. And then they have kids and then they look at their kids like, my little boy or girl is going to grow up to change the world.
Yeah.
And I wish I could just do that forever and ever because that's essentially that whole concept. If the whole point is to not, if the whole point is to get out, then wouldn't success actually be getting your whole lineage out and keeping them out? Because this process is going to continue to take place regardless because it has to. So what you're saying of bringing your direct descendants in so that they can have experiences to feed back to source, but those experiences, but when you are everything and everything is you, you're always here.
Yeah, and you want to experience stuff.
But that's happening regardless. So why bring your direct, because your fractal now has a potential to get off the wheel, but you're keeping your fractal.
The fractal can never leave the wheel.
You're keeping your... From our perspective,
The great wheel.
but no, the whole point is getting off the wheel. That's what Jesus and the 12 disciples and the 13th is. The whole point is to get off the wheel. There is getting off the wheel. Centering.
Okay,
It's the only point on the wheel that is not affected by the motion of the wheel.
Yeah, so that's basically you saying like
Dropping some high science here for you guys.
that's basically you saying like I'm in society, but I'm not a part of society. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm in society, but I'm not a part of society. But you would directly be a part of society by having children. You're keeping the society.
No, but I'm just think of that concept.
Okay.
Like the way I use this term a lot. I sit outside of the splash zone. You know what I mean?
My brother.
My brother. For those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, sit outside the splash zone, my brothers. We cannot get our linens wet, our J's wet, our koofies wet.
But when to play devil's advocate, you would need to also, as much as you need to be outside of the splash zone, you also need to be in the splash zone.
Yeah.
Because the splash zone is where all the shit. The only reason things can happen outside of the splash zone is because the splash zone exists.
Yes. I get what you're saying.
The only reason there's light is because there's dark and vice versa.
Exactly. So I'm actively watching the splash zone, and sometimes I'll sit there, but I don't sit there all the time. Some people don't know that there's outside the splash zone, and they just wet.
Oh, they just live in the chaos.
They're wet all day long.
Yeah,
that
fair
couldn't be
enough.
me. I need to dry off. You know what I'm saying?
So no, but then then you're kind of, in my eyes, you're proving my point of the whole, like, then how do you not view having children as, like, you know, continuing?
Okay, so if I have this knowledge, then they can also have this knowledge. So they might not have to be so swept in the splash zone all the time. That's my theory. Because I like if there's something that I for sure want to pass on, is knowledge and wisdom, right?
But can you not pass that on without physically being here?
You have to leave something.
Go deeper with
rare knowledge.
But go deeper with that understanding, though.
Okay.
What is Akashic Records then?
Yes.
What is the idea of ideas being pulled down? We talked about this last week.
Yes.
What is the idea of ideas being pulled down from the ethos? Why did Jimi Hendrix say he got ideas from the fucking the sky? Like, it's the whole idea of the Akashic Records. Nikola Tesla is saying that he fucking tapped into the goddamn the universe to get all the answers and shit. It's the same thing that ancient Egyptians were saying.
You have to know that you can do that.
So again, now let me ask you, because you do know these things.
I know these things, but I learned these through the mud.
Yeah, to get out.
Yeah.
So you're gonna bring somebody else in?
Yeah, but
They're gonna be born out.
No, they're gonna be born outside this blast zone, and they can sit in it, and then they can step out. Some people are always in the spot. They're swept by their emotions all day, every day.
It's more than emotions, though, because it's all the forces that are.
They're trapped in it.
Because, like, let's be honest, though. Like, this paradigm, this whole existing on Earth is hell.
Disagree.
Well, again, yes, it is heaven at the same time. It's all a matter of perspective.
Yeah.
But no, this plane is actually, every spiritual teaching will tell you this. There's a reason why God gave Satan domain, like a metaphysical underlying principle and teaching to why Earth is Satan's domain. People out here still like going based off this old notion, like this Christian idea of heaven being a physical place in the clouds and like hell being a physical place like beneath the crust of the earth or wherever the fuck they think it is. Whereas like, bro, take a look around you. This is hell. This is very much a hell paradigm. Like, yes, it's heaven too. Mm-hmm. Jesus, that's the whole idea of Jesus, right? Walking on water.
Yeah.
It's not that he literally walked on water. He was walking. He was outside. He was walking above his earthly. But did Jesus have kids?
I don't know. Did he?
No, Jesus was an energy, bro. Because you don't need to have kids.
You don't.
Because the energy is always here. You're always here.
I guess so.
Why be here in the physical, bro? This is a limitation. You're here limited. And if you're not, levitate right now, my nigga. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So why would you want to bring the rest of you is already out? This is the last you that needs to get out.
So you're saying the real end game, because if everyone were to be like, the line needs to end with me, Therefore, we don't need any more people on this earth.
But that will never be.
But I'm saying if we fall,
That will never be, though.
but hold on,
Okay,
just
okay.
think of it though. Like if everyone were to think that way, then we would have no more people.
But everyone won't.
I know everyone won't, but I'm just saying, think about it. What would happen? Like,
But that I don't have to because it won't. Like, why think about something that you know is defined? That is not like it's polarity, bro. It's the yin and yang of it.
yeah,
So like they both need to exist. People need to be getting out as people are coming in. But do you, as one that's getting out and knowing this, you've been here and maybe you've been here a few times until you got to this version where you finally clicked.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's right. I'm here to do my work and get the fuck out.
yes,
So you know that, but then you're gonna bring another one in to fucking go through the site. Like,
yeah. Isn't that the whole fun of it?
you're wildin'. Yes. Yeah, you like,
Yeah,
in a chaotic sort of way. Yeah, it's like that's some Hanuman shit right there. You know what I mean? That's some chaos energy.
Yeah,
right
because that I think that's also part of it. Like, is the experience of getting out. Because when you're already back, you already have everything. Everything's the same, and you're bored, which is why you create this realm.
I don't think there's a boredom. Why would there be a boredom?
It's not okay. It's not boredom, but it's the same.
It's not, bro. You're
It's
perceiving
every-
this,
no,
You're
it's
perceiving this from
everything.
human.
No, it's
you're
everything.
Perceiving this from human logic, though. I used to think that too, but it doesn't even make sense the more I think about it. To create everything out of boredom. No, like because and this is where my understanding starts to get a little limited because I'm just starting to expand my gnosis on all this stuff. You
Yes.
know what I mean? And getting to like serious and all this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like if we're talking about that, because we're limiting what we're talking about to just an energy or a source. But what about entities outside of here from other places potentially?
Okay. What about them?
This is like if that is true, if there is a home outside of this, do you see where I'm getting at?
Yes. Okay. So
If there's an actual true home, then I think you're getting this, and this is why my initial question was: are you not then getting caught up in the humanity of it, bringing people here to have this experience? Fuck this shit. There's a home, nigga. We actually can go home.
okay.
You know what I mean? So I like when you say, sorry, let me like get this thought out.
Go ahead.
So when you talk about like that point you were just making of, or that I was trying to counterpoint with, like, isn't that just a human perspective? Because why would you even need to have that type of thinking outside of this plane of existence? Like pleasure and pain and all this fucking shit,
Yes.
or boredom. Like, you know, what I mean?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So okay. So my perspective on that is actually we can talk about dimensions here. Okay.
Okay.
So
We have no time for UFC again.
I know. I said dimensions.
We got 1 week. We got 1 week to get to UFC 300, or else we're missing it, and we'll probably never talk about MMA again.
It's been 10 weeks. We're gonna talk about it.
Those clips are good for us, too.
I know.
Bro. That's so funny.
But think of it like this. All right. If there's something,
yeah.
right, that's outside of all the dimensions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Its energy goes all the way from dimension 0 to dimension whatever the max is, if there is even is a max of but it's like all of it is within, all the dimensions are within this one thing,
Yeah.
right? So those energy beings that you're talking about, they might be dimension 4, dimension 5, dimension 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're still working their way up to dimension 10, 11, 12, right? So if we're already the highest dimension, everything's connected, right? If everything is all one, you wouldn't know what separation is, because everything is everything. It's all one thing,
Everything, yeah.
right? But then when you split and become the binary, the 1 and 0, then you're like, oh, there's this and there's that.
That's why, like, people theorize that 2 is actually the first real number. Like, 1 is the unification of all, but 2 is the first instance that 1 can actually experience what 1 is, because it has a mirror.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? But then you have the 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 3, and then once you make that connection, then you're back
1
to
plus 1 plus 2 is 3.
it's something like that. You know what I mean? The Triforce. I don't know, dude. 1 plus 2 is 3.
This nigga jumped to Zelda.
No, but you get
I
what
know
I'm
what
saying.
you're talking about.
So
Like you're talking about some Kabbalah shit right there. Like you're talking about okay, like the triunion. Essentially, I think what you're describing is the space in between, the void.
yeah,
Is that why you're bringing up the?
well, I just because this is a triangle and 3. But what I was saying is when everything is 1,
Yeah.
you don't have a concept of separation because everything is unified, right? But when you come down to 3 dimension, which is where we live, and which is in the 4th and the 5th and whatever, Earth is in 3 dimensions.
Yeah.
Right? That's where you're able to experience what it's like to see you, even though I is I.
And that's why I think this experience exists. That's why I think there are different planes.
Yeah.
Because there is a need for them,
That's what I'm saying.
but there's not a need to stay in them. There's a need to experience them.
Okay.
But
so,
if you've experienced them, why do you need to bring a child in to experience it? You've experienced it.
yeah, but,
That goes genetically to your child.
but it's not the child is the human thing. The child is just a vessel for the all.
Fair enough. But okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Because there's another fractal that's needing to come in.
Yeah, they want to try it out. Want to have some fun.
I mean, we're here.
yeah, this is a blast.
It was for us, thankfully.
Yes.
There's definitely times where it wasn't, but I think it's the times where it wasn't that made me realize how much of a blast it actually is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to bless somebody with this good old time?
Depending on what's going on in this plane of existence. Maybe if it's like a golden
But you don't
age.
get to
Maybe
decide
if it's like
that.
a golden age. Yeah, you do though. Like we're here specifically at this time specifically.
Yes.
It's not coincidental.
No, but I'm saying like,
So if it's not coincidental, what does that mean? It's purposeful.
yeah, but that comes from the all.
But if you're the all that came down here, fractaled up, then you
Yeah.
decided to come down here when you came down here.
Okay, good point. So I guess no, you're right. So if that's the case, then like when I guess my future generations, when they're ready to come down here,
Yeah.
they're gonna come down here regardless.
I'm getting a call from the floor. Hey, it's Jesse Singh.
Hey, that's a call from above.
Yo, my brother, we're just recording the podcast. Hello? This nigga just hung up on me. I think I picked up right when he hung up.
Like even though it is the all, and yeah, maybe some people get stuck in the. He's actually calling back.
Yeah. Yo, brother. Hello? Watch it hang up again. Yo. All right.
He's gonna call back a third time.
I'm just gonna message him. I'm recording. I'll call you back. But keep speaking.
My whole point is we are here. Well, I don't know, but it's to experiences, right? And there are some experiences that happen over and over and over again, which is why they end up in the things like the Bible, right? Because it's like a specific kind of frequency wave experience that can happen. And people have picked up on that. So they're like, hey, this is a situation that's happened X amount of times beforehand. Here's a story about it. So you can look at your situation from a third person perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And see yourself, like you're watching yourself in the situation, but you're watching yourself from outside of the situation.
Your higher self.
This is outside the splash zone. the doggone splash zone.
You see what I'm saying?
But you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why me personally, I'd want to fund generations, because it needs to continue, at least what I think. Like although there's an end, it's Ouroboros, so it continues as well.
Yeah. It's never ending. But in that is why I'm saying I feel like the actual prize is to get your lineage out. Because think about
But okay.
think about the levels of ancestors like stuck. Because not everybody makes it out, right?
Yeah.
This is a whole. So the burden of not only just saving yourself, but knowing that in saving yourself, you're saving like lineages.
Mm-hmm. But my thing is, if that were the case, why not jump off a bridge? Then your whole lineage is saved. If you're
No,
not,
that's no, because that's we all know that ain't it. You ain't getting home on that.
so though ending your lineage can't be it, or you get what I'm trying to say there? Like,
Ending your lineage can't be it, but you're not ending your lineage.
if you choose not to have or bring people down, bring energies.
I think
if they don't
that's
choose
a matter
to
of
come
perception.
because they choose the one to come down.
Because you're. But there is no separation. Bro, you could have come down as your mom. You yourself
Mm-hmm.
could have come down as your mom or your brother or your dad.
I could have. I
But
did.
this is what I'm saying. So there is no you.
There's only I and I.
There's only I and I. So it's like this one, like I feel like getting your specific.
So if this is the
I
case,
feel this is my again. We're just battling.
I know,
now,
but
yeah,
so
no.
that's the case. If you save yourself, your line is already saved.
correct.
Therefore, even if they're here, they're saved already.
All right.
Yes, or do you agree?
I
Disagree?
do agree with that because everything is passed through junk DNA. Scientists have just discovered that there is actually no junk DNA. Oh, what a shock. Turns out maybe all your ancestors' memories are in there. Anyways,
Yeah.
like
So we're already good.
true. I do believe that. It's like a bird inherently knowing how to fly. It's passed down genetically.
Something like that.
Or is it that they see their parents fly and then they just mimic that?
What's the difference?
It is still genetic. All right, let's end this poll question. So again, the poll question was the most confusing one, but still we got a really good combo out of that. Do you want to live and leave behind for your family generations? The options were win lotto and live wealthy with nothing to pass on, live well with some property and money to leave, live rich, die young, and leave money for one generation, or live poor and leave a rare item that funds generations. And the results?
Sorry, one last thing, because now I'm thinking about it, right? The ultimate goal is to figure it out yourself, right? So even if I were to leave them the cheat
The ultimate
code,
goal is to know yourself.
yeah, okay. Ultimate goal is to know yourself,
Which
but
I guess is the same thing.
but to leave, like, because one thing that comes to my mind is, did you ever see the movie Knives Out?
I did actually a long time ago.
Yeah, the first one.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so-
watched both of them actually.
So
The murder mystery with
Yeah. Benoit Blanc.
the fuck.
That's the
All right.
anyways.
Yeah.
So the guy, his whole thing was he didn't want to give his family the money. He wanted to figure out. He wanted them to figure out how to make it on their own, which would be like
Spoiler alert. No,
win the lotto, live wealthy with nothing to pass on. But then again, he ended up passing it on to the one chick. You know what I mean? Because she had a good heart. What meanwhile?
because she had a good heart.
Yeah, that was, and she played the game her own way. That was the main secret. Everyone was trying to play the game so they can get the money and I want to be in the will, so I'm gonna be nice. This one chick's like, I'm
just gonna be me.
I'm gonna be me. That's how I win. And that's how she ended up winning. I don't know how that's related, but it feels like it.
All right, let's get to the
Let's go
results
to the
here.
results.
Oh, that's so funny. All right, 11% said win lotto and live wealthy with nothing to pass on. 59% said live well with some property and money to leave. 15% said live rich, die young, and leave money for one generation. 15% said live poor and leave rare item that funds generations. So that was pretty evenly split, actually, with the three. And then half the people just went the other way.
Yeah. The thing is, I feel like that one where most people landed, that's kind of like the middle path.
It is, yeah. Yeah, because you get to live pretty good
Yeah, they get to live pretty good. Everyone gets to live pretty good.
with some property and money to leave, but that's really only like your kids.
Yeah, but if they have enough and they
Make that work, they can,
make that work,
they
they
can make
pass it on.
That's the
They,
best.
they,
yeah,
they flip it and
it's the most
tumble it.
even.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah, I agree with that. I still personally, I would have gone with the live poor and leave rare item because I'm on the same wavelength. Just leave one piece of paper that has a drawing of a pyramid and leave them a mirror.
Yeah.
Be like, yo, figure this out. Like, what the fuck?
And a panic
Did
lecture.
great grandpa Zeus mean? A pyramid and a mirror. Huh. I got camera lenses under here. All right, that's good. All right, I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. That was a solid episode.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the dialogue here. Yeah, before we leave, you want to wrap up with anything or promote anything or tell people where they can find you?
Any final things to wrap up?
Yeah, don't take your time. It was only a fucking hour something episode.
Yeah. I would just say, like, you know, enjoy the ride. Like, it's all a blast.
This nigga turned Rico Suave. Enjoy life. Ditto. Where can the people find you?
You can find me online at CHEZDANDE.
Follow your boy.
Follow your boy.
I'm AKA Black Zeus. You already know what to do. You could follow anywhere and find us. It scrolls at the top and bottom of the screen. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for being here once again. We will be back next week with another episode of Black Zeus, the podcast. Until then, deuces, be well. Peace, peace.
Hey yo, it's Black Zeus, the podcast, season 5. Welcome to the show where we talk about life, talk about the come up, and sometimes we fight. But in the end, it ain't a thing, cause we ain't trying to be right. We just old new niggas with another podcast.
This is Black Zeus, the podcast, season 5.
I love y'all. Thank you for supporting. Once again, the Patreon is launched. If you do want to watch my comedy special right now, you can do so. It's only $10 and you can get it as part of the subscription fee. So like if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can get it that way, or you can just buy it outright for $10 that way. Once again, for transparency, I will release the comedy special for free on the YouTube once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So you can also just hit the subscriber button and just do that. You can support that way, whichever way you want to support. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that. I don't necessarily use it the way everybody else does, but I'm there if you want to find me. AKA Black Zeus is the person to find on those platforms.